All right, today we're going to solve inequalities. So it's like a mix of graphing inequalities and two-step equations. So two-step equations plus 7.1, right? Okay, so let's go back to our equations. So when we're solving, we're trying to get x by itself, so we subtract 1 from both sides. We get 2x equals 8. And then we divide both by 2, we get x equals 4. This is like 5.1 or something like that, 5.2. So when it's an equal sign, we just draw that dot right there on 4. And that's it. So this is something that we've done before. Now we're going to make an inequality of it. So it's almost the same thing, except for instead of an equal sign, right? So we still draw our line. We still move over the -1. We're left with 2x is greater than 8. We still divide by 2. And then instead of what we had before, we just make sure the symbol stays the same. So it's x is greater than 4. So right before we had equal sign, now we have greater than sign. And this is our answer. So we're going to do our 3 steps for graphing. 1, we put the circle on the number. We fill it in if there's a line, but there's not a line. And then we graph, right? So 5 is bigger than 4, so 5 should be included. 6 is bigger than 4, so we can tell that. Okay, so let's try this one together, and then you can do the next one on your own. So we have, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. We have 3x left. We have the greater than or equal to sign, and then -8 plus 5 is -3. Before, but now instead of an equal sign, there's just a different symbol. We divide by 3, and we're left with x is greater than or equal to -1. Okay, so then we do our graphing, right? We look at -1, we make a circle, there's a line under there, so we fill that circle in, and then we think which side is it. So x is the bigger one, -1 is the smaller one. So if -1 is a smaller one, then we do everything that's bigger than it. So x is greater than or equal to -1. And we can test, right? Like 3 is greater. So I want you to try the next one on your own. All right, I see about half of you got it. So just treat this like a normal equation. We're trying to solve for y. We subtract 6 from both sides. 4 minus 6. And then because it's over 3, we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So we get -6 and then is greater than y. So you have to be careful to keep things in the exact order because the symbol, right? So in the past, right, it doesn't, if I got here in the past, it doesn't matter if I write x equal thing, but now that we're in inequalities, you have to make sure you're keeping things on the correct side because the arrows, like the mouth is eating in different directions. So right, on the left side we had the -6, on the right side we had the y, and we have to keep the mouth in the same direction. So to graph it, we go -6, we don't fill it in, and then so we need to pick numbers that are smaller than -6. So it's actually going to go off to the side here. It's going to be a very small arrow. Okay. Let's do this one, and then you can do the third one on your own, just so we can do a harder one together. So we put our line through it. We're trying to solve for n, so we're going to multiply both sides by 9. We get 4n plus 2 equals 18. Then we subtract 2 from both sides. We get 4, I'm just going to move it over here because I ran out of space. 4n equals 18 minus 2 is 16. And then We divide by 4. We get n not equal to 4. So this is the same thing as a 4, but it's just the symbols changing. So it's not equal to 4. We put our open circle on 4, and then we hit the rest of the numbers less than and greater than. So solving this is like we did a chapter. Okay, so try this one and then try this one, and then we'll check together. All right, for this one, we subtract 5 from both sides. We get 6. We have the arrows, 2t, divide by 2. We get our 3. We fill it in. T is bigger than 3. It's eating the bigger number, so we pick numbers that are bigger. And then the last one. Solve again. Plus 1, plus 1. 4x is greater than 12. Divided by 4, divided by 4. X is greater than 3. So which of these is greater than 3, right? It's not 2, it's not 3 because there's no line, so it's C and D. Nice. So this is a combination of solving equations and then keeping things organized so you know which way the mouth is eating and then graphing it. So it's a lot of steps together, but you can do it.